I was like, Mina, you know what you're here to do. Pass. And you're gonna do it. So stop all that right now. If someone gave me that advice, I'd be like, girl, shut up. This is the only job I applied to, and I kind of didn't want to start over looking for places. I prayed, like prayed. Hey guys, it's Mina here, aka the Empressive Nurse, and I'm back with another video. So today's video was highly requested. It's about my Nclex experience as well as my job search and my thoughts throughout the whole process. So right now you can see the scenery is a little different. I'm on vacation. Currently I'm in Puerto Rico, and you know, I thought I have a little downtime, why not just record this video that I've been meaning to record for forever. So I finally got to it. If you are new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like the video. So now let's get into it. So I'm gonna start by giving you a little background slash timeline of how everything went so you guys can kind of get a picture of everything. I wrote it down, so let me read it to you. Graduated January 2021, studied for like 4 or 5 weeks for my Nclex. Took my Nclex on February 12th, applied to my first job on February 15th, interviewed on February 26th, got a call back that I got the job on March 1st. And do you see how everything went so seamlessly? Like, God is so good. Like, you guys don't know how much I prayed for this. You know, let's just talk about my Nclex experience. So with my Nclex, I was extremely nervous up until I sat in the seat. So I couldn't even drive that day. Like, I had to have someone drive me to the test site because I was so nervous. But it's like, as soon as I sat in the seat, I was like, Mina, you got this. Like, clear all that out of your head. You got this. Take the test. Stop stressing out. So I took the test, and sitting in the seat, I was not nervous. I was like, Mina, you know what you're here to do. Pass. And you're gonna do it. So stop all that right now. I really didn't know how to feel while I was taking the test. Like, most of my questions were select all that apply. A lot of people asked me, well, after the test, how do you feel that you did? My answer was, I don't know. Like, everyone kept asking me, well, how did you do it? Well, not everyone, because I didn't tell everyone I was taking it, but those who knew I was taking it asked me, you know, how do you feel like you did? Do you think you did well? And I literally did not know. Like, I did not know how the test was going. Like, I just knew it was hard, and I just kept getting select all that apply, and it was kind of making me a little anxious because, you know, with select all that apply, you don't really know. Like, you could not select one and make it wrong, or you could select one too many and get it wrong. So it's like, you kind of have to be precise with that one. I know you guys have heard of the Pearson VUE credit card trick. If you don't know about the credit card trick, I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. Basically, you take the test and you wait for them to send you an email confirmation like, oh, you've taken the Nclex, blah blah blah, right? So a confirmation that you've taken it already. After that, you can go try to re-register for the test to see if it'll let you register to take another Nclex. If it lets you register to take another Nclex, that means you failed. If it doesn't, that means you passed. Me, I didn't do it. I was too scared. I didn't want to psych myself out. You know, sometimes these tricks and stuff, they're not always accurate. I didn't want to do it and then get the bad pop-up and then, you know, start freaking out and then think I failed but I actually passed, or I didn't, you know, or vice versa. So I just decided to wait the 48 hours to pay for the quick results, and that's what I did. So within that 48 hours, I'm waiting for my quick results. I had nightmares for 2 days straight. I'm not even gonna kid you guys. I woke up in the middle of the night like, oh my gosh, like I was just freaking out for 2 days. Like, Pearson VUE, y'all should change that, because this 48-hour anxiety that y'all give people is not cool, because that's what y'all gave me. Freaking out for 2 days. Everybody, like all my loved ones, my family, my friends are telling me, you passed. Like, what are you freaking out about? You know your stuff. But like, for me, I just know, like, and people kept saying, oh, you're so smart, you're gonna pass. But I've known smart people who have failed the Nclex, and yes, I did feel confident in knowing my stuff, but I was still nervous as any normal person should. So for that 48 hours, I was freaking out. Like, I couldn't even like have basic conversations with people because in the back of my head I kept thinking, I kept checking like, oh, is it up yet? Even though I knew the 48 hours was not up, I kept checking. I kept checking on the board of nursing, trying to see if they updated my license. Oh, maybe they updated my license before they sent me my result. I was just acting crazy, guys, for that 48 hours. 2 days later, I found out I passed. I was so happy. My family was happy. My friends were happy. Like, I was so happy. I'm like, all this hard work has finally paid off. I'm a nurse. Now what? So another thing is I went on vacation. If you guys see my recent vlog to Hawaii, that was like celebratory for me because I passed my Nclex. And I found out the day before I left to go to Hawaii that I passed. So if I didn't pass, my whole vacation would have been miserable, like a ruined vacation, because I just would have been like on this beautiful island like, yo, I'm not a nurse, like I failed. And this is not to discourage anyone, because if you do fail, you can take it again, you know what I mean? But no one wants to fail the Nclex, you know? Okay, so let's talk about the job search. So the day of my flight, when I was leaving, I was doing last minute errands, and I ran into my friend, another graduate. Another graduate that I graduated school with at Panera. So we're talking and she's telling me about her upcoming date and all that stuff. I'm telling her, girl, you got this. It's easier to give encouragement when you know you feel better. But like, you know, if someone gave me that advice, I'd be like, girl, shut up. But I'm telling her, girl, you got this. And she's telling me, oh, I got a job today. I'm talking to her like, where did you get the job, blah blah blah. And she told me the hospital. It's a local hospital, and I'm thinking like, yo, that's where I want to work. Like, that's where I've always wanted to work, simply because of the environment. I think I discussed in my last video, I wanted to work in the inner city, somewhere where they need the help, a good hospital system, and that hospital had all of that close to my house. And she's like, girl, apply. They're hiring in telemetry. So for me, as a new grad, you guys know my end goal is ICU, but as a new grad, in my head I'm thinking I have to start off med surg, right? So she's like, they're hiring in telemetry, and if I did start off med surg, I would want to be in telemetry. So I'm like, all right, let me go look at the listings. So I go home right before my flight. I'm looking at the listings and I see one open for emergency room. And I remember my teacher told us, do not start in the ED as a new nurse. It's too much, it's overwhelming. I don't think you guys should start there, blah, blah, blah. But that's the kind of environment I like. Fast, quick. You learn a lot, learn quickly. So I'm like, why not? You know, it's open. Let's just apply. I applied to the position, contact HR, you know, just letting them know, you know, I applied for this position, blah, blah, blah. And when I landed in Hawaii, I got an email back from the guy in HR saying, hey, let's schedule an interview. So I'm like, okay, you know, keep in mind, that's the only job I applied for, guys. Like, the way my spirit moves is when I feel like something is for me, I put my all into it, because God has not failed me yet, guys. I'm telling you this right now. Like, through my whole process, he has not failed me yet. So I'm like, let's do this. This is where you want to be, right, Mina? Let's do this. I do it. I apply. He hits me up in Hawaii, you know, for a scheduled interview. So I scheduled the interview for when I come back. Previously gave you guys the date so you guys can move along with that. Hits me up for an interview. I have an interview when I come back. I'm nervous. I'm like, yo, I'm a new grad. I don't have any experience. It's gonna be my first job straight out of school. Will they take me, you know? Went to the interview. Interview was good vibes. Like, I felt like I was just talking to people I've known. The managers were really nice, and then, you know, they speak to me and they're saying, oh, you know, the school you graduated from, they're like, the school you graduated from is really good when it comes to clinical experience, so we know you know what you're doing. And one of the assistant managers said, yeah, I also went there. So I'm like, points. So yeah, we're talking and things look really well, and they're like, we're gonna hit you up within the next week. So keep my interview was on a Thursday or a Friday, I don't remember, but it was like towards the end of the week. So they said, we are going to contact you next week to let you know if you got the job or not. So once again, I'm freaking out because this is the only job I applied to, and I kind of didn't want to start over looking for places, but in my head I'm like, I'm okay. So when they're telling me we're gonna contact you next week, I'm thinking maybe the end of the week or the middle of the week. They literally got back to me Monday morning like you got the job. Oh my gosh, guys, like I'm literally like, I don't see an ending to all this. Like everything has just worked. But I'm telling you guys, I prayed, like prayed. So I know this was meant for me, because God wouldn't have given it to me if it wasn't meant for me. And I know I can do it. I'm so excited to start. I actually start April 5th. Very excited to start. So I didn't expect my transition from nursing school to the real world to be so seamless. Also because yes, we are in a pandemic still, and as ironic as it sounds, a lot of new nurses could not get jobs simply because they needed nurses with experience to hurry up and take care of these dying patients, you know? So I'm like, yo, I have to wait a few months to find a job. Oh my gosh, blah blah blah. And I found one. I got one in perfect location, everything I've wanted. Like this is where I need to be. So I'm super excited about that, and I just can't even believe how everything worked out so well for me. Everybody wants to know my secret. I'm telling you guys, I talk to God every day, every single day. I don't skip a beat, because if it wasn't for him, none of this is possible, honestly and truly. But just a little bit about the new job. I start April 5th. As a new nurse, I have to have a 12-week orientation. So you know, you have your first general orientation, which is 1 week, and then you get a preceptor for 12 weeks. So I will be working under a preceptor for 12 weeks in the ED. Super excited, just ready to put myself out there, ready to get my skills up. I'm like so ready to start. In addition to this job, I have a friend who put me on with an opportunity as a nurse as well to help vaccinate, and so that's another thing I've been doing, another job that I've gotten. This job I really like because it's more on an as needed basis, so it doesn't, you know, my main job will be at the hospital in the ED. This job, vaccinating and helping, to me it's not about the working, it's about the impact. Because the other day we went and we vaccinated the homeless, bedbound, and special needs with J&J vaccine. You know, that's 1 dose, 1 time. So, you know, that's the community that would benefit from that. I love the experience. So whenever they need me or whenever I'm free, I go to help vaccinate, which I think is a perfect like side job, but also has a lot of meaning to it, because I don't want to just pick up a job because it pays, you know? I want to pick up a job because it means something to me, because I can help, you know? That's the whole point of being a nurse. And that's why I always say, if you don't want to be a nurse, if you don't have the passion, don't do it, because you're just doing something to collect a check. And that's not how it works, okay? Y'all don't understand. This is what I've been praying for. This is what I've been waiting for. And you guys know I'm always open to answer any specific questions you have. My Instagram is always in the link below, as well as in my intro and at the outro. I'm always answering DMs because you guys always have a ton of questions. And I'm an open book, so I'm free to really just talk. If you're a nursing student, because I've been there, I literally just finished nursing school. Nursing student, current nurse who just needs to talk, young, mom, whatever, you know, like I can speak. I'm very open to speaking to everybody. Anything I can do to help, I'm here. But I just really wanted to share my story, because a lot of people go into nursing or graduate nursing and like, what's next, you know? You have to have a plan, and sometimes you don't even necessarily have to have a plan, but you kind of have to have your focus in a spot. Like, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. What environment do I want to work in? Do you want to work in a hospital? Do you want to work in a nursing home? You kind of have to figure that out and not kind of like blindly go through this world. But yeah, a lot of people have been asking me to share like my little timeline and how things worked out for me. So that's how things worked out for me. If you like this video, don't forget to click the like button, subscribe, and share this video. And thanks for watching, guys. Bye.